CUNA, the Credit Union National Association, is proud to present Real Life 101 with your host, Joel Chrysler. Together, we're working to educate parents, teachers, and kids about the valuable financial lessons needed for today and in the future. This is Real Life 101.
When it comes to finances, there's some very scary statistics out there. Did you know that 43% of Americans spend more than they earn each year? 50% of baby boomers are at risk of not having enough money in retirement for basic expenditures. 7 out of 10 Americans live paycheck to paycheck. The sticker price for a college education has increased almost 500% in the last 30 years. And student debt and credit card debt has surpassed $1 trillion each. As parents, we have to work hard to break the cycle of financial foolishness. Financial literacy is becoming a more accepted part of our school systems, but there are still many that do not offer it. Therefore, it's our responsibility to make sure our children are prepared. In this podcast, we'll examine 10 things that every child should know by the time they're in high school and preparing for life after. There's a lot to cover, so let's get started. Number 1, your choices have consequences. What we give up to have something else is called an opportunity cost. If you want to go to the game tonight, you may not be able to go to a movie this weekend. If you take out that loan for a car, you may have to live with your mom and dad a little longer. If you choose not to study now, your choice to further your education could be limited. Choices are real. Consequences for those choices are real. The more we assist our children in helping them see this, the more prepared they will be. If your child has a job, give them some extra responsibility for paying some of their bills, such as their phone bill or those extra nights out with friends. Ideally, by this age, their knowledge of money management should be beginning to mature, and taking on some of these new responsibilities will be great practice. Number 2, managing your expenses. Understanding that a budget is simply an estimate of your income minus your expenses is important. I encourage young people to track their spending for a period of 1 to 4 weeks. Have them record every penny they spend and on what. This self-analysis gives great input of seeing where the money is going. Taking that information and creating a budget is a great step towards economic freedom. When kids can see their spending habits, they'll begin to make better choices. These better choices will put them in a position of being able to balance the more expenses that they will have as they leave home to go to school or be on their own. Don't be afraid to share some of your own budgeting strategies with your kids. Number 3, understanding your paycheck. As your child enters the job market, they may have questions about their paychecks. They need to understand that taxes are withheld from our paychecks to help pay for government services and programs. Income tax, state income tax, Social Security, Medicare, these are some of the withholdings. It means that our paychecks are not as large as we might like, but it's the price we pay for government. With this understanding, I believe an introduction to filing their 1040EZ tax form is something worth doing as well. If they're owed a refund, this process tells them how to get it. It's simple and something that is required by the IRS. It doesn't have to be scary or intimidating. It's easy and a great way to see the reality of taxes. Number 4, less debt equals more freedom. The freedom to live independently is something all parents wish for their kids. For most of us, having more personal debt means having less personal freedom. As crazy as it may sound, the quality of a person's life can be largely determined by the amount of debt you have. Remind your child that they need to be aware of the debts they may have. The cardinal rule is, of course, never borrow more than you can repay. A tough life lesson is to not let your desired lifestyle determine what your debt will be. Wanting to live better than you need to can lead to a lifetime of debt payments. Always ask yourself these 2 questions. Do I need it? And if so, why? Always encourage your kids to pay off debts as quickly and efficiently as possible. Number 5, career choices. Your child needs to have an opportunity to examine their skills, abilities, aptitudes, and dreams while they're in high school. The career choice they make will help determine not only their overall happiness, but their future lifestyle as well. Encourage your child to research possible career choices based on their interests. This doesn't mean that they'll be locked in a career, but they will learn the skills necessary to find out what is necessary when an interest arises. Americans change their careers, on average, 3 to 7 times over their lifetime. Getting to know who they are and what interests them through surveys, discussion, and research is key. Encourage them to dream and encourage them to be realistic and honest in the skills and abilities they have. Number 6, student loans. If your child is planning on furthering their education after high school, the first step is to fill out the FAFSA form. I believe this should be a family activity. Completing this form will allow the government to let you know the type of loans and possibly grants you will qualify for. Be sure to consider visiting your local credit union to find their current rates and college loan offers. When comparing colleges, be sure to consider how much each school would cost. Search for the net price calculator on college websites to see how much each costs when including other expenses besides tuition. But don't let the price tag discourage your child. Many resources prove how much more college grads earn than people without college or technical degrees, so this can make it a worthwhile investment. Also explore the return on investment or ROI rankings for the schools and programs your child is considering. The ROI primarily is comprised from 2 factors: the true cost of attending a school weighed against the median earning power. Making sure your child is in a good career choice and at a good school is critical for their future. Number 7, credit cards and credit scores. Getting a credit card seems to be a rite of passage to adulthood in today's society. This seemingly harmless piece of plastic can become a serious threat to your child's financial future. It is all too easy to slide into the credit card debt, which could give your child the burden of increasing their debt overall. As your child is getting out on their own, racking up that kind of debt can lead to other stresses. They will be paying rent soon enough, paying for their own cell phone and health insurance, or even beginning to repay student loans. Credit card debt and the inability to keep up with it could affect their credit history. This can make it difficult to buy a car or a home or even get a job. Sometimes prospective employers check credit. So the best advice is this: if you're going to carry a credit card, find the one with the lowest APR possible through your local credit union. Commit yourself to never charging more than you can pay off in full each month. When you're making your purchasing decisions, always reach for your debit card first. This way you won't be borrowing any money. You'll be using your own. Number 8, car loans and insurance. Getting a driver's license is another one of the pinnacles of young adulthood. Driving that shiny new vehicle is a dream that many have. Most high school students are going to want a vehicle, and being aware of what it takes to get one is critical. Hopefully, this is one of the things students have been putting money away for. But if they do need to borrow money for a car, remember these things. How much car can you afford? You may not have many bills now, and that monthly payment may seem reasonable. Think to the future. You will have more bills soon. Will this purchase make it more difficult to survive? Don't buy more of a car than you can afford. If you're financing a car payment, be sure to seek the assistance of your local credit union for an interest rate that is low. A difference in 1 to 2% can mean hundreds to thousands of extra dollars in interest. Also, remembering that financing a vehicle for over 3 years means more interest as well. Be sure to share that cars depreciate in time. They may depreciate up to 33% in the first year alone. Buying a reliable used car may be a wiser purchase. It'll cost less because the car has already seen its biggest years of depreciation. Before any car is looked at for purchase, encourage a phone call or visit to your insurance agent. We know, whether male or female, if you're under 25, your rates will be higher. It's a good time to share some of the basic coverages, such as bodily injury, property damage liability, comprehensive, collision, and other terms, such as policy, deductibles, and indemnification. Stressing the importance of coverage can protect them from a lifetime of bills for an accident they're involved in. Number 9, investing. If your child is in high school, has a part-time job, and is not putting some money away, they're missing some of the best years of their life. Since they don't have a lot of bills or expenses, taking some of that money and putting it away is a great idea. Most high school kids don't spend a lot of time thinking about investing, but if you can share with them the magic of compounding interest, they might just be inspired. Compound interest is often called the 8th wonder of the world. They put money away, don't touch it, and it miraculously grows. Of course, a simple savings account, though important, won't create wealth, but sharing information on a Roth IRA might be the inspiration they need. If they have income they've earned from work, they're eligible to contribute to a Roth. The money can be invested in stocks, bonds, mutual funds. The earnings that grow from money deposited grows tax-free, and it's the perfect plan before they get an employer that will offer a 401k plan or other investment opportunity. Getting the investment ball rolling early is the key to a comfortable retirement. And finally, number 10, putting a roof over your head. If your child is going on to college, they may live on campus in dorms during their first year or two. Living off campus or living on their own will come soon enough. Understanding the ins and outs of apartment hunting can be invaluable. As parents, you need to explain how to hunt for an apartment. Explain the responsibility that comes with signing a lease, the importance of renter's insurance, and other details that your child might overlook, such as how to make sure they get their security deposit back. That deposit money is money they will need for the next security deposit at a new apartment or as part of a down payment for their first home. It's never too early to share about what a mortgage is, the typical lengths for them, which is 15 or 30 years, homeowners insurance, and of course the reality that the first home may not be their dream home, but with some work can appreciate in value and be worth more than they paid for it. Many of these tips are the life lessons that you as parents have already instilled in your children. I hope this serves as a great reminder of the importance that financial lessons can provide for these young adults. Be sure to look for ways in everyday situations to pass your wisdom on to your kids. Their future depends on it. As always, this is Real Life 101.
Thanks for listening to Joel Chrysler and Real Life 101. Chrysler is a teacher, financial literacy advocate, and internet radio host. He's an annual attendee of the Jumpstart National Educators Conference, recipient of the Economics Wisconsin and Robert W. Baird Excellence in Teaching Award, a 2-time Governor's Award winner for financial literacy, and an advisory member to the Governor's Council on Financial Literacy for the state of Wisconsin. For more information and resources, please check out Kiuna's Financial Resource Center. Visit reallife101.net and be sure to like Real Life 101 on Facebook. Together, we can educate our kids and ourselves to make wise financial choices to create a brighter and more prosperous future. This has been Real Life 101.